Grand rising to everybody. What's up, y'all? What's up? Okay, today we getting into it, and the title today is living out God's word despite uncertainty and doubt. Okay, for real, it's the other way around. Well, it's okay. I said what I said. Okay. So you already know. Let's get into it. Okay, y'all, so the first thing we're gonna touch on is how to have resilience while going through God's plan and God's promises. And what resilience really means is just like to go through a difficult situation and basically bounce back, like whatever you are truly going through, whether it's like, you may be at the hospital or you got some bills that's been unpaid for a very long time, and whatever you're truly going through, whatever resonates with you. Sometimes it's hard to have faith and to not be so upset about what's going on in your life and how it's affecting you and stuff like that. But truly, it's to teach you something. Let me just be a little transparent, last November, okay, I was not being responsible out here. I'll take that. Okay. And, I was so focused on achieving something else versus actually being blessed and realizing what I had. Because if you guys know, I have a video on my page on Instagram that, has me talking about that. Talking about how I didn't like the home I was in and how it made me very uncomfortable. And I even said a while back to myself, not on the video, I don't know if I said it on the video, but I told God, I was like, God, I'm gonna be honest with you, I may sound ungrateful, but this is not how I picture my life right now. And this place that you have me in, I am blessed to have it. I'm so happy to have it. However, I'm not comfortable here. And I know, like, I heard something in me saying, like, you gonna see why I placed you here, though. And I understood that, but I just did not feel comfortable where I was, and different opportunities came up for me to have something new, but there was going to be a sacrifice within it. And at that time, I didn't take that sacrifice because I felt like that put me in debt. However, it still took me down a road of lack. It was very hard to do things. Now it was very uncomfortable. Shoot, you want to talk about uncomfortable? You was uncomfortable, honey. Okay. Like I told y'all last week about my car. I did not have a car from November up until June. And what God put me through was me trying to get a car. And I'm so used to, just like being able to go there and, everything's smooth. When I tell y'all, like, let me tell y'all, oh my God, that was a journey, y'all. That whole time was a journey, because like I really had to go out of pocket for a lot of things. First, I was trying renting a car, that build up was owing somebody some money for that. Then after that, I took that idea for myself, and I was just like, okay, I gotta make my next move. I can't just sit here. And rented a car again, and literally had the whole month to figure out what I was going to do and how I was going to get a car. Had to return that car, and one day I got an Uber back to the place I was staying at, and I end up getting a discount for a rental car, and they closed in like 2 hours, but I didn't have the money to get another Uber, y'all. So what happened in the middle of March or April? It was March. It was something like that, like close to April, I think. When I tell y'all, if y'all know Cleveland, y'all know we got funny weather. When I tell y'all, it was cool like it is right now. And as soon as I had to walk, y'all. As soon as I left down the street, when I tell you it started to rain/snow, and I walked in that, like, real talk, y'all, I want to cry, because the person I was on the phone, because he been trying to get me to get into church, his church or whatever, and he was on the phone the whole time I was walking there, just, you know, telling him about everything I've been going through and stuff like that, you know, praying for me over the phone and stuff like that. Even him telling me, like, this gonna be a testimony, Tay. And here I am telling y'all about it now. But when I tell y'all, it started snowing and raining, and my fingertips hurt. My fingertips hurted so bad, man. They hurt so freaking bad. And he was on the phone like, turn around, Tay. Turn around. I'm like, no, I'm going to get that car. I'm going to get that car. I don't care. I'm going to get that car. And he like, all right, I'm going to stay on the phone with y'all. Make sure you good. I'm going to pray while you on the phone. But you a wild one. I'm like, I'm getting that car. Walked all the way there. And I thought the money on my credit card made it, because it said they took the money. It was cleared. Got all the way over there, just to find out that the credit, it cleared, but the credit ain't come yet. I was so upset. But at the same time, I know that was something that I had to do. I had to prove to myself, like, do you really want this? Or are you just playing around? You know. Yeah, you heard me when I told you to get up out of bed and go down there yourself. Oh, you ain't got enough money for this Uber? Are you willing to walk? Okay, you're willing to walk. Okay. Let me see you make it down this street. Okay, you made it down the street. I'm going to do something for you. It started raining. I'm going to keep going. It's just some rain. Got to the end of my grandma's old street. It starts snowing. Past my grandmother's old house. My fingertips got cold. Put the phone in my pocket. I'm like, I don't care. I'm already here. I'm already, I got a whole hour left to walk? Because it took me an hour and 45 minutes. Made it there just in time. And she was the truth, man. Even after all that, man, like, I even told her, I was like, girl, I walked all the way over here. You know? She was like, you are fried. I'm like, girl, you don't even know half of the story. My story is fried. But truly, like, besides even all that, even walking down here, down the auto mile, like, I went to every dealership. Denied. We need 5,000. We need 2,000. You got 3,000 on you? I know you got that refund check on you. A dude asked me that when I walked through the door. I ain't even sit at his desk yet. You got your refund check? What? Well, I really went through it, like, crying, going off, kicking stuff. Mad. Like, what did I do to myself? Just because I wanted to go my way. Just because I wanted things to work out the way I wanted it to work out. But I truly, even though I'm still having a hard time with it, I truly understand God's divine timing. And when I finally did get a car, I got my car from a dealership. I walked past this dealership when I was walking down the auto mile, because I didn't know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, let me go to something that's more like, I guess, commercial. I don't know what they about. I'm not about to go up there. And some in me even told me, like, don't prejudge them. That might be the place. And I'm just like, nah, I don't feel like dealing with it. I don't even know who's in there, what they about. Nah. End up getting turned around and what's that called? Pointed to that direction anyways in June. 3 months later, I got introduced to somebody at a whole nother car dealership, and they were like, well, how about you go here and see what they can do for you? And when I go in there, I look at the person's name on the card, and I'm like, hold on, I know this name, I know this person, but let me make sure the name matched the face. And y'all, sure enough, I knew this person. I knew this person, bro. I'm like, what? She was like, Taylor, what are you doing here? I'm like, girl, trying to get me a car. She like, oh, girl, I got you. I'm gonna get you together. And shout out to her, because she did that. She did that. Oh my God, y'all. I'm about to cry, and I'm really trying not to. I felt so helpless in those points. You know what I'm saying? And in those moments where I was just mad and throwing and kicking and just over it, I wanted to give up. Listening to all that background, you know what I'm saying? Not being able to move like I usually do, not being able to bump my music, not being able to do anything I usually do was very frustrating. It was very frustrating. Because I'm like, damn, like, excuse me, but I'm just like, what is going on? But one thing that I heard from a dealership that my mom kind of like told me was, I went to this dealership that I was working with for a minute, and I finally had the money, man. This is when I got pissed. I finally stacked up the bread to get where I needed to go. Can y'all believe when I got there, this lady gonna sit there in my face and tell me, okay, good, you got it. Can I get 500 more? And if you can't provide that, can you provide another week, another 2 weeks of pay to show you my pay stub? When I tell y'all, I was salty as ever. I was so mad. I'm like, are you serious? I worked for a whole month dodging y'all, letting y'all know I'm making this money. I'm making this money. Give me some time. I'll be there in a minute. I'm doing what y'all told me to do. Just to go back and say you need one more paycheck and $500 more. I was pissed. But then my mom told me, like, sometimes they do that to see if you are truly dedicated to what you're about to invest yourself in. And sitting back thinking about that now, I understand that. Even out of the context of it, because while I wait to stand back up fully on my 2 feet, God is teaching me how to be patient. God is teaching me how to really put in the work. With my car, I walked through the rain, I walked through the snow. I went to every dealership and sat at that desk and watched each and every one of them tell me that I was not walking out with no car. I had to dig in my pocket and find ways to get me and my baby around town. Blessed to have the mother that I have to let me use her car. Blessed to have the friends that I have to pick me up and take me back home so I could at least get some fresh air and get out the house. You know, all those type of things. Like, I learned a lot. And even with my house, you know, it is taking its time to get to perfection. Not even perfection, but just being in a good manner so it can be ready. Even me going to go see it the other day and just walking through it and just, you know, just looking at it. I'm learning how to love my house before I even move in there. Before I even place things in their place. Before I start buying things. Before I start really getting comfortable, laying my head there. You know what I'm saying? God truly is putting me in a position where I'm going to be comfortable. You know? I'm going to be comfortable there. I'm getting used to it. It's not something that I just jumped into. It's something that is being prepared for me. It's something that I can see with my own eyes. It's something that I can trust. It's something that I feel like I'm going to be very much comfortable and happy, and I won't be so easy to just let it go, let it slip out my hands. So with that right there, let me just tell you something. When you going through them times where you want to kick, scream, yell at everybody, tell them you don't know what I'm going through right now. We may not understand, and we may not understand walking the same shoes, path, or whatever that you walking through. But let me tell you something. It ain't gonna be like this forever. It ain't gonna be like this forever. Do you still trust him while you're going through it? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Some days I didn't even know how, what, and where. But I do. I did still trust him on the way there. It was hard. It ain't easy. But I still believe that it ain't all this bad. Right now ain't the time. I gotta keep on doing what I'm doing over here first. I gotta learn again how to go through this and whatever. So I definitely want to just say, while you going through difficult moments, while you're going through the things that you are going through that people may not know about, have resilience and know that yes, it's bad today, but it will be okay tomorrow. That sounds like something I said before, and these are facts. It's going to be okay. And do not let anybody try to be in your ear and say, it ain't done yet, it ain't done yet. I guess not, because I'm not the one controlling this. Because if it was, it'd have been together. And it would have been done. You don't know what I'm doing out here. Boy, I was stomping on the pavement. Out here. Looking crazy. Man. People looking at me from the car dealership. Did you just walk? I sure did. Hello, how you doing? Can you help me? Like, wasn't playing with these people. I was on a mission. So I just want to say, like, you got to stay strong in those difficult moments. In the moments where you feel like ain't nothing going to change. It is. You just got to see it. Like, one thing that keeps me motivated, keeps me going, is that inner strength. You know, I truly don't like to let people knock me down. I don't like to hear the pessimistic mindset of people sometimes. Even though they think I'm just full of gumdrops and rainbows every day. Nah, man. Because if I would live by that pessimistic lifestyle, I literally would be under a rock, not doing nothing with myself. Truly, this is not the life that I thought I was going to be living. And I realized that a long time ago that I do not control this, because my life would have been so different if I had the control. Whatever situation you're in, you don't have to stay there. If you in poverty right now, some people may say like, go out and get a job, make something of yourself. But you don't know where to go, what to do, whatever. But somehow you meet somebody while you at McDonald's or walking down the street, having to stop at the gas station, and somebody just sees something in you. Oh, I like how you help that person, do this. I work here. You want a job? Boom. Well, I'm going through this, that, and the third. I don't know how I'm going to get all the way over there. It's cool because a part of our job, we pick up our workers. Boom. What? You never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen. But if you always think that it's going to rain every day, you ain't never going to see when it's going to actually be a sunny day. You just going to always assume it's rainy, it's cloudy. It ain't never going to be a bright sunny day. I never seen those. That's because you too busy sitting in the dark under your covers, staying in the same spot that you just weeping and wallowing in, and not realizing that change can happen. Change your mindset and stop thinking that life is just supposed to go one way because somebody told you that. Just because they living it one way doesn't mean that you gotta listen to them and follow in the same footsteps. Like, real talk, open yourself up to different things. Don't be quick to judge and be like, oh, that person tripping. Look at how they dress. Look at how they living. And all this other stuff. You don't know what they going through. If you gonna keep on judging the book by its cover, you will never understand what's going on in between the pages. Stop being like that. Stop thinking that you know everything. Stop thinking like you got the wheel. You don't got the wheel, bro. You gotta surround yourself with people that can be real with you. I've been through some mess, man. I've been through some mess. I met a person that literally was homeless, lived in a 1-bedroom apartment with her siblings. Mama was never at home, and I think they literally shared the room, and their mama had the living room, And this woman is truly a business owner. She's doing well for herself. She got her family together, you know what I'm saying? And she dedicated herself to making a change for not only her, but for her family. And they're all doing good, invested in them and everything. But picture if somebody said like, girl, you ain't even got nothing going on for yourself. You from down the way. Don't you live in a 1-bedroom apartment with all your brothers and sisters? Girl, you talking about making money and changing their lives, man. Sit your butt down. You ain't gonna make no change in their life. Picture if somebody really told her that and she believed it. They'd still be living that life and creating more generations to be living like that. And creating another generation and another generation and another generation of people that never believed in themselves because they stuck with that pessimistic lifestyle mindset. No, man, get out of that. Surround yourself with people that can be real with you. And not only be real with you, but make some real movement. Like that. I love people like that. Like that. that, I can't even find the words, but y'all know that is amazing. To hear stories like that, to hear testimonies where you're just like, dang, for real, you don't even look like it. You don't even look like what you've been through. So, my question for today is, think about this. How has your life transformed through God's word when you were going through difficulties and doubts? You know, what strength did you gain? You know, what perspective changed for you? You know, comment below, please and thank you. But really just going through this journey made me realize that I can't force nothing to happen in my own will. Because at the end of the day, even though I am hard-headed and very stubborn, God truly has the will. He truly has the will, and I have no control over nothing that this man has created already for me. But he say he knew me before I was in the womb. He knew me before I was in my mama's womb. He already knew what I came here for, and he already know before I leave this earth what I'm going to be accomplishing. And I'm over here trying to navigate it myself. No, because even when I turn left, he's still going to happen to get me right back where I'm supposed to be. You know? I thought it was going to be easy peasy. Not even that easy. But I felt like, hey, I mean, I can do a little something. I can get a car. Like, it ain't nothing. You know? But he was like, no, girl. You're not about to just, boom, get a car. You need to know what it feels like to really be uncomfortable, Taylor. You said you was uncomfortable. Well, let's make you uncomfortable. Because you ain't even supposed to be right here. You supposed to be right here. But to get over here, I'm gonna truly show you what uncomfortable is. And he definitely put me through uncomfortable situations to finally be where I'm at, to say like, I really made it. I really made it. Like, it took a long time. It took some strength, because some days I did lose hope. Some days I did hear the people talking and it got to me. But I'm like, no, I'm going to get a car. I don't know how, when, or what. But it's going to happen for me. And whatever y'all going through, it's going to happen for y'all too. Don't listen to the naysayers. Forget them. They don't know. They don't know. Only God knows. And again, Google a verse that you truly need to hear from the heart. And whatever resonates with you, grab it. Write it down. Put it in your phone. Put it as a reminder every day to let you know that his direction is going to come to course. That's crazy that the place that I was avoiding was the same spot that I got my car. And not only that, the person I was directed to, I knew them. I'm thinking this is just some family business that's probably going to give me another hard time. But I got redirected at the same place I thought wasn't going to be good for me. And it truly was. And right there, God has somebody waiting and willing to help me get back on my feet. And when I tell y'all, I'm overly, truly blessed. Like, what in the world? How did that even happen? That happened because you listened. That happened because you didn't give up. That happened because when I directed you right back there, you ain't say, man, I ain't going there. You listened and you did it. And guess where it got you? Exactly where you wanted to be. So, go ahead, comment below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to see y'all next week to talk more about the word in August. So, see y'all. Bye.